On a cold, rainy morning in March, I flew from Chicago to sunny San Juan, Puerto Rico, for a week of spring break. We stayed one night in Old San Juan, and I walked out in the morning to look for orchids. There were not a lot of orchids in Old San Juan, but I found some Phalaenopsis-type dendrobiums blooming from the balconies hanging over the tiny, narrow streets. I was pretty excited to see beautiful orchids, and I was hopeful for the rest of my vacation, but it turns out that this was the most orchids I was going to see on my entire trip. Because we then got on a cruise ship. No, the one on the left. On the entire ship, I only found one pot of sad white Phalaenopsis next to a sales area selling watches and t-shirts. I didn't find any orchids in Aruba. I didn't find any orchids in Curacao. Though I did see fish. I didn't find any orchids in Bonaire, where our ship broke down for 6 hours. It wasn't until the very last day of our cruise on the island of St. Kitts that I found more orchids, sort of. On the island, we took a tour that took us to Romney Manor, where there was a huge salmon tree. It had to be over 80 feet or 50 meters tall, and it was covered in bromeliads and orchids. I do not know if the orchids were native because it was really hard to see them, or if someone planted them on the tree, but the large canopy of the tree made just the right amount of shade for orchids. St. Kitts was also more tropical with more water than Aruba, Bonaire, and Curacao, which were all rather flat and arid. Before flying home, we went to El Yunque National Park in Puerto Rico, which is supposed to have 50 different species of orchids, but I didn't see a single one.